Hey guys, time for another little Destiny info drop. Not a whole lot, but you know, it's better than nothing. The weekly update had a couple of good bits, and while we still don't have any videos of the GDC lectures, Polygon put out an article on the heavy character customization features that will be prevalent in Destiny. So first, let's quickly go over the weekly update. The first part discusses these emissaries that will be visiting the world. Basically, they'll have a unique mission and offer a unique reward, but they will only be available for a limited time, and when they show up is unknown. It's just another thing to be on the lookout while you're playing Destiny. They might stick around for a day, maybe only a couple of hours, maybe only a couple of minutes. I feel like other games have had this concept, but when I try to think of a specific example, I can't really think of anything. The mail sack had a couple of okay questions. The first one I want to look at is this one. Will there be any support specialization for Guardians, like healing or damage buffs for allies? And the answer starts as the usual dance goes with a whole bunch of non-answer statements, but then we get this. Our designers have conceived some intriguing ways to reward you for fighting alongside your friends instead of just nearby them. It may surprise you to learn that you've seen these mechanics in action, but we've yet to see anyone call attention to them. That's not Glimmer, David. David, of course, referring to Destiny updates. That last statement references Destiny Update's What We Know video, where he claims that this is Glimmer, which, to be fair, so did I, and so did literally everyone else. Apparently, it's not Glimmer, and it may be this reward for fighting with friends. If it is, well, we still don't really know what that does yet. The next question I want to look at is on stealth, which has yet another ambiguous but still sounding like he's kinda being sincere and truthful answer of, if we told you that you could render yourself invisible and strike with a blade sheathed in the Traveler's Light, would that be stealthy enough for you? And finally, there is, I guess, a confirmation that open beta testers will receive a couple of rewards for testing the game when it starts up. So now let's go over to the Polygon article on character customization from GDC. They go over the armor slots, head, chest, arms, legs. I don't know if they got rid of the class item that we saw at E3 or if it just didn't get mentioned or what. But they're working on making as much customization as humanly possible, keeping gear aesthetically pleasing, but still actually useful in combat. They go over the design aesthetics of each Guardian. The Hunter is supposed to look scrappy, looking like they scavenged their gear from other sources. The Warlock wears these long robes with hardware tucked underneath, and the Titan resembles more of a medieval armor look. However, the most interesting thing to me is this paragraph here. Bungie crafted pieces that could be used over and over within multiple armor sets. Shepard said, Destiny is a franchise Bungie wants to grow over the next decade, so the desire for longevity meant the customization system needed to be tailored to remain accessible for years. As players pick up gear, they need to be able to keep and use that gear as the game grows in the coming years. I think what they're talking about is the ability to use your gear in terms of an aesthetic customization pattern, similar to what World of Warcraft does with its transmogrification system. However, they do say keep and use that gear, so I'm not sure if they're actually talking about using that gear in terms of actually using it in an equipment slot or not. I think that's an interesting concept, being able to hold onto your gear for a long time. Not many other games have that. MMOs tend to have a gear reset anytime the level cap is increased, so it'll be interesting to see how that concept is pulled off. I personally don't mind the gear reset that happens, it's just more of an opportunity to get better stuff, and most people accept it as a part of the MMO genre. Another thing is that if you're able to keep your gear for years and still have it be effective, it might make the search for new loot feel pointless. However, if they're talking strictly about the look of armor and being able to use it for years, I have no issue with that. Lastly, they talk about Mashup, which is Bungie's internal character customization program. They showed how easily they can mix and match pieces of armor. There's also a huge variety of colors, palettes, gradients, and decals as well. However, some people are getting confused about Mashup. It is not the system that we will be using in Destiny, and these pictures you are seeing show Bungie's in-house programs. They are not representative of what we'll be using in Destiny. And if you don't believe me, for whatever reason, I have it confirmed from the guys at Bungie themselves. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you followed me on Twitter, @Datto'sDestiny, you would have seen those links as they surfaced, so be sure to find me there to remain up to date as well. Like I've been saying, once I find any GDC videos, I will post them and have full reviews as well should they warrant reviews. A monthly update for March will probably not happen as March has been pretty uneventful, but I do have a Datto's disclosure that I've been working on, so be on the lookout for that coming this week. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.